The Department of Water Resources hires a contractor to work on the dam. The contractor hired was Siblong Reed. Warning: escape route slack by Oroville Dam. This contractor has a strict no social media, no photos policy at every site they work on. Some of the employees did not abide by their contract and posted pictures of the Oroville Dam emergency spillway online, which is why 5 people were released. Meanwhile, respective government ministries are still in illusion and anxiety over the shock. For first time ever, water flows over emergency spillway at Oroville Dam. Water started flowing over an emergency spillway at the nation's tallest dam, on Lake Oroville, for the first time Saturday after erosion damaged the Northern California Dam's main spillway. Officials hoped to avoid using Oroville Dam's emergency spillway, fearing it could cause trees to fall and leave debris cascading into water that rushes through the Feather River, into the Sacramento River and onto the San Francisco Bay. Crews prepared for several days, clearing trees and brush. Water began running over the emergency spillway around 8 a.m. According to California's Department of Water Resources, it was the first time the emergency spillway has been used in the reservoir's nearly 50-year history. About 150 miles northeast of San Francisco, Lake Oroville is one of California's largest man-made lakes, and the 770-foot-tall Oroville Dam is the nation's tallest. The lake is a central piece of California's government-run water delivery network, supplying water for agriculture in the Central Valley and residents and businesses in Southern California. Water was expected to continue flowing over the emergency spillway for 38 to 56 hours, agency spokesman Eric C. said at a news conference Saturday afternoon. In addition to the emergency spillway, water is also flowing through the main spillway that was significantly damaged from erosion, he said. This is a very unusual event for us here in Oroville, C said. Unexpected erosion chewed through the main spillway earlier this week, sending chunks of concrete flying and creating a 200-foot-long, 30-foot-deep hole that continues growing. Engineers don't know what caused the cave-in that is expected to keep getting bigger until it reaches bedrock. Bill Croyle, the Department of Water Resources acting director, said officials are continuously monitoring the erosion both on site and through cameras. This is Mother Nature kind of kicking us a few times here, he said. Croyle said the main spillway will need a complete replacement from the damage. Officials noted earlier this week that the cost of repairing the dam could approach $100 million, but they noted the estimate was an early, ballpark figure. Officials have stressed Oroville Dam is sound and there is no imminent threat to the public. State officials also had been attempting to rescue millions of hatchery-raised fish imperiled by muddy water flowing downstream alongside the damaged spillway after sections of its concrete walls collapsed earlier this week. Oroville Dam operators are prepared to reduce water releases over its main spillway Saturday as repairs continued on the troubled dam. Despite significant rainfall Friday, the water level at Lake Oroville continued to drop overnight. The lake was sitting at just above 855 feet Saturday morning. That represented a drop of 46 feet since last Sunday, when an emergency sparked the temporary evacuation of nearly 190,000 downstream residents. It was also just 5 feet above the maximum lake level for this time of year, according to U.S. Army Corps of Engineers flood control regulations. Water releases were dialed back Friday to 70,000 cubic feet per second on the damaged main spillway. Department of Water Resources spokesman Chris Orrock said the releases were likely to be curtailed yet again, to 60,000 CFS, sometime Saturday. Until Thursday, the spillway had been pouring water out at 100,000 CFS in order to bring the lake level down quickly. DWR is reducing releases for 2 reasons. First, it needs lower water flows so it can get work crews stationed on the diversion pool, the stream directly beneath the spillway that leads into the Feather River. The pool has gotten clogged with debris from the giant crater that was discovered on the spillway February 7, backing up water to the dam's hydroelectric plant. That's made it impossible to operate the power plant, which is capable of releasing water at 14,000 CFS. We continue to put additional construction crews in the diversion pool, Oroville said. The second reason is that, as the lake level decreases, it becomes harder to push water out of the spillway at a high rate. We're taking too much water out of the reservoir, it's too low, Oroville said. Oroville added that a second work crew was continuing to make repairs to the eroded hillside beneath the dam's emergency spillway. It was erosion on that hillside that sparked fears that the emergency spillway would fail last Sunday, prompting the evacuation order. The order was rescinded Tuesday, but downstream residents have been told to stay ready to leave again. DWR officials have said they're confident the reservoir will have enough empty space to withstand a major rainstorm expected to hit the region Monday and Tuesday.